And so it begins. With menus. Get started. Yep. First task. Uh-huh. Continue. Thank you. Ooh, I can already unlock a new area. It's gonna be Karumja. Unlock your first relic. Go to areas. Continue. You already have Misthalin. Let's go ahead and unlock Karumja. Thank you. New area unlocked. Into relics. Yep. Thresholds. Yep, you get to choose different ones in each tier. And the first choice seems more passive, seems more for AFK, seems like the boost will be useful early game, as well as the production perk will be useful throughout the whole league. So production prodigy it is. There we go. In tutorial. Complete it for another task. And we're already up to 480 points until the next relic. 58 until we get our first area to pick for ourselves. So it begins on the Iron Man account. The main we can just go ahead and buy all the rewards for, so the Iron Man I want to try to earn them from. Number 1, check pets, cause last time we played Shatter Relics I ended up getting my Kraken. I literally spent a week to get him, so I am gonna take him. There's already a task done in the Ardoin area, even though I'm never going to be over there. It's currently in my inventory. Oh, cool. So the pets are insured through him since we can't be guaranteed to get over to Probita. Beautiful. Oh, there's a bunch of stuff in here. Basic inventory and shattered from the last leak. I guess we only made it to tier 2. Anyway, we'll go ahead and drop the Kraken and let him follow us throughout the beginning. And first thing is first to go ahead and dump our inventory. Alright, we're pretty set up for a basic start. Let's go ahead and get exploring. Quest helper cook's assistant. That's a task apparently. Already level 2 range. And there's the first level up task. And I think if we bury the bones, that should be another one for burying some bones. Accidentally shot a chicken, so we'll go ahead and kill this too. There's another task for the flower. Pit stop at the range tutor to put things I pick up straight into the equipment rather than into the inventory. And we'll do the same thing with the mage tutor while we're at it. Automatically put them in the pouch if possible. Claim from the range tutor. And Mr. Iron Man here should give me some starting armor. Alright. Not a bad first lap around the league. Cook's assistant is completed. First level 5 achieved. As well as the level 10 because it jumped us up to 11 cooking. Now I should be able to just use the meat on the cooking range and we should get another task here. Bada bing bada boom. What's next? Apparently your first pickpocket is a task, but that was all mainly to get the level 5s, that way while we're in Varrock we can pit stop over at the tea stall, steal us a nice little cup of tea. Apparently home teleporting is another task to do. They have made so many of these in the early game extremely easy this time. There we go. Rune Mysteries is a medium task instead of an easy one like I thought it would be. If we come in as Zeneris, we should get another easy task, as well as using the fairy ring. I didn't even notice that was the one that popped up first. Sheep shear completed. That brings us up to 9 crafting, boosted up to 21 already. And we got a few minor tasks while we were getting that done as well, namely accidentally chopping a tree and burning the logs. As well as making a ball of wool was one of them. I think next will be Romeo and Juliet. And it's done for another task. There's our first level 30. We're now getting the pop-ups. Along the way to the 30 agility, we ended up getting a few other tasks, such as complete a rooftop lap, complete a Draenor lap, complete 10 laps of Draenor, as well as the level 20 and level 30. Not a terrible way to edit the first part of the video. Let's keep going to Varrock for another lap on that course so that way we can get another task complete. Get a nice chunk of XP for completing the natural history quiz. Giving us a good easy early on 20 Slayer and 20 Hunter, as well as 100 total. And this should be another task for 10 laps on the Varrock course. That also got us the 1 lap on the Varrock course, obviously. Collection log slot for the first random event piece, later Hosen Top. Grab another cup of tea here, and if we talk to Elsie, we should be able to get another task. There we go, have Elsie tell us a story. An easy league task that we missed was to pickpocket a man in Lumbridge or Draenor, and in the castle does not count for that. What about right here? Interesting. How about this woman? This should do it? Oh, that's right. It wasn't a league task. It was just the diary task that we did. My bad. Either way, let's get our thieving up a little bit and get some starting cash. Now that we're down to low health, let's begin our combat training. Accidentally clicked the goblin and that got another task done for the league. Burnt a couple of chickens, and not only did it bump us to 23 and give us 5 cooked pieces of food, but we also got the task for burning some food. Wasn't expecting that at all. Combat level 10 for another task complete. Grab our forestry kit the next time that we pass by Draenor here so we don't forget about it. There we go. There's the Insult Aggie task complete while we're here as well. I think while we're over here we can run into Draenor Manor for another task. That is correct. Another easy task complete, and I think upstairs should be getting a chair to follow me. Perfect, so there's the tier 2 relic available for me now. Into relics, and we get the choice between Globetrotter, which is basically the jewelry box, and Portal Nexus out of the player-owned house in your pocket, or Fairy's Flight. I'm thinking we're mainly going to go with this one this league purely because we'll eventually put the portals into our player-owned house anyhow, get some jewelry that we can just recharge, but this one's nice because of the Tool Leprechaun teleports themselves. The other two are just a nice bonus. These are kind of out of way and will make the farming runs later on beautiful for this league. Gotta be near the bank. I could have read that earlier. Alright, back to Lumbridge one more time. Oh, this animation looks so good. Select Fairy's Flight and confirm. And I get it a mushroom. Beautiful. Looks like it opens up this menu here. I will have to go back through and type in all of the fairy ring codes. But the Tool Leprechauns alone have opened up so much teleportation access. We've made it up to 20 attack, which was the main goal for now. We can switch over to strength, but we want to take a second from the chickens and work on some skilling. Alright, did a little bit of mining and a good boost to crafting already, but while we're over in Edgeville, I think let's start the Slayer grind. It's gonna be one of the longest ones we have, and all of the Slayer Masters work the same in leagues. So let's go ahead and see what Vanika's gonna give us. Not only for a task to do, but we also get a league task to get a Slayer task from him. Apparently 2 of them, one to just get a task and the other one specifically from Vanika. Let's get started killing some cows. Literally just check the gem to make sure I'm on cows, and yeah, that's a task to check your Slayer task. So much is getting accomplished on day 1 purely by accident. This is so great. There's the 250 total level mark on the Slayer task. Another league task done for completing a Slayer task. That's another Slayer task done, but while we're over here at the Ham hideout, let's go ahead and try to get inside. That's going to be an easy task finished. All of the items on the floor, holy cow. Of course we get kicked out. Apparently we can't thieve Ham members yet, so travel to Fossil Island. I wonder if we can just do that using our mushroom here. Fossil Island. It does not. So I bet if we travel on the rowboat back and then come here, kinda like this. Perfect, that one worked. I've got a quick plan for what to do right now. First is to unlock the mushroom trees starting up here at the house on the hill. So this should give us number 1. Perfect. Back up a bit north to get the other birdhouse run 1. Up in the valley to get this tree as well. And this is gonna hurt, but I believe taking the mushroom over here in the corner should put us over by the 4th tree. Let's see what happens. Yep, we get an insta-kill. Perfect. Alright, we're back with a vengeance, and this time we're just gonna run through. There's the first bit of farming experience, though. And nicely done. Let's grab our gravestone and get our final mushroom tree. Perfect. Hey, fully unlocking the transport system is another league task, too. It's always nice when you're not fully intending to do something and you still manage to get one done. I think we're going to go ahead and go back to mining/smithing. Get that up a little bit more. I guess mining some copper ore was a league task. Good to know. I wondered why there was not one for tin ore, but it's 10 tin ore to be able to get the league task for that ore. So there is one for copper and one for tin. It's just 1 and 10 for the difference between the two. Gee, I wonder if that means that we're also gonna get one for making a bronze bar. Oh, it's so nice to process everything automatically. And yes, smelt the bronze bar is another task. Purchase a hammer, since apparently we haven't had one yet. We'll get a task for doing the full helm. Nice. And we get a task for the plate skirt. Easy does it. The rest of the bronze is going to be our choice, and I think we'll go with knives, just so that way we can make our early range a little faster. Few bits of iron gets us up to 22 mining, and now we can passively mine the volcanic ash while we complete a task for getting a gem while mining, but I was going to say while we edit the clips from earlier. And we finish editing as we come up on 35 mining. The only other thing we missed was getting our first clue geode, which was a beginner into a scroll box, so we can start stacking these. And I guess the clue geode was a medium task, so we got another one of those done. And we're up to 200 volcanic ash, so it'll make ultra compost fairly nice early on. So far editing's been kind to us because it's gotten 35 on mining and 36 on agility, two of the skills that most people can't stand. One more iron ore should give us 50 for the task. And we're only 4 more away from level 40 mining, so we'll finish that out real fast here. Perfect. Our first level 40 for another task, and we can now mine gold and the gem rocks down in Shiloh Village. Beautiful. Now we're gonna head on over to smelt them at the Edgeville furnace to get another task. Turn 15 into arrow tips to be able to get another task here. Get a task for doing some arrow shafts. Easy enough. And we've made 1,000 arrow shafts for another task. And we'll bring fire making up to be able to burn oak logs as well. But for now we move on without seeing a forestry event yet, even though it's only been a few minutes. Back to Varrock to try to find the stray dog while we make 150 iron arrows for our last task that we were aiming to do. Now we may as well finish off the rest of the 135 arrow tips we have. And we found the dog. Perfect. Because with finding the dog, not only is it another task to do, but we've also got enough to be able to unlock a new area. Right? Right. Finish off the arrows and let's go ahead and pull up our area map. And our plan is either Korend, Asgarnia, or the desert. And purely basing it off of space, I think we're going to start off with Korend because it'll be the most versatile, but also it's the largest and it has the farming guild, which I think I'm going to start taking advantage of soon. Unlock Korend like I think most people playing will. Welcome to Leagues 1, everybody, the only league I missed out on. Oh, it's gonna be fun to play around here for this league. Not only is it relatively close to a play-around house portal until we have a spirit tree inside, but we get another farming patch that I'm able to make protected, so starting off with farming shouldn't be too bad once we get up to Thieving Master Farmers. Jagex is planning to remove the favor system, so for the final time, let's get our favors up. I lied, we're thieving a chocolate slice for a task, and to steal some silk for another one. There's our 38 thieving to be able to take from Master Farmers. Let's start stocking up on a few of the seeds. There's the task already, just pickpocketing a Master Farmer, alright. Forgot to record it, but we did open 28 pouches at the same time from the guards to not only do the 28 pouches at once task for easy, but also the medium 800 coins at the same time. And looking at the guards, it seems to have solved our money issues. I can just farm them for coin pouches to not have bad funds for the early game. Pick up the first few bows we'll be using for range, grab 100 mind runes, and as many of the air runes as we can pick up for now. We'll come back whenever we can get some more cash when we feel like thieving again. Good to see Gura in the friends chat. If y'all want to join in while I'm playing leagues, feel free to underneath my main. It's just Neyronix II for Neyronix II. We were AFKing the early fishing levels while I was doing some more editing of the previous clips. And I guess catching a shrimp, cooking a shrimp are tasks, alongside catching an anchovy. Let's see if we get anything for cooking the anchovies. Nope. Okay, so it was just those 3 tasks that we missed out on. We'll continue to just AFK fish using the net while we get some dinner going, and I'll see you guys again in a bit for the evening. After AFKing some more fishing, we have now 35 fishing with 46 cooking. Next up is gonna be solving some of those money issues. That's the 10,000 from the Stronghold of Security, as well as the always classic fancy boots. First level 50 coming in with thieving. Thank you for the task completion. I think 55 thieving is a good spot to take a little bit of a break, and I'll be able to make a lot more money faster later on. So for now, let's start getting some supplies. Teleport over to the Runescence Mine for another quick task while we're here. Come swing by the Lumbridge Graveyard, and if we give a quick dance, that should give us another task. And pop into Death's Domain here for another one. Only to come back out, talk to our friend Bob, grab a nice steel axe, and we'll maybe get a mithril one while we're here as well, since it's fairly cheap. Equip a mithril weapon to be able to get another task done. Didn't even know that was one. But we'll come by and chop down a log with the axe for another task. Give it a quick tinderbox, and there should be another one done as well. Getting this much accomplished on the first day has me feeling kind of emotional. Enough to get another task completed. Double back around and hopefully this time pickpocket the ham member. Actually put on our fancy boots in order to get that task complete. Grab an air and a fire staff. And if we equip one of them, we should be able to get another task. Trade 4 of our extra balls of wool over to Ned, and he should be able to give us some rope for another task complete. Grab a little bit of flax to use from down here at Land's End, and pick up a candle for a light source while we're here. We also got a bunch of music tracks because we went through the fairy ring system and unlocked all of our currently available fairy rings. On to more tasks. Rake a farming patch. Another task for making some planks. Total level 500 has been achieved. Actually, if I'm thinking about it, we'll grab a steel plate body for later while we're passing by Horvik again. And we get a free house for doing Daddy's Home mini quest. Knock out that potato tree task real quick. Oh yeah, that's technically Asgarnia, so I can't get over there yet. But if I go back to the bank, I was just trying to get in for free rather than to break a teleport tablet in order to be able to get another achievement. And that's enough points for a third relic. What happens if I just leave? Oh, it gives me the house on Karam. I kind of forget that we get Karamja. I hardly ever come here in leagues. But our next relic, I think Fire Sale is more going to be useful for early game. And Banker's Note isn't too crazy useful, but I think this will be more useful overall in the league, so we're gonna go ahead and go with that. And we have to go back to the Sage real quick because it gives another item. Such a good animation, man. Banker's Note. Thank you. Not only do we get the note, but we also get the Crystal of Memories now. Restore 5 or more prayer points complete. I can't believe the first time I was at the Fossil Island camp I forgot to stop in here and pet the dog until I learned that it was a task. How could I have not done this in the first place? Hey, we finally got the bird's nest out of a tree right before 31 woodcutting. There's our 30 fire making to be able to do willow logs. We finally have seen our first forestry event overall. There we go. Struggling sapling is apparently a task to do as well for a medium one. I think we're going to leave it off here and all of this laggy nonsense with all the fires going on. But we're just chopping our way to 100 willow logs to burn for another couple of tasks. Grab a few extra logs for a few more. But I'm getting pretty tired. So I think we're just gonna start to call it a night, finish editing, and get this up for you guys tomorrow. Let me know if you have any interest in me streaming my progress throughout the rest of this league. Hopefully everybody had a good sleep and enjoy the rest of the day, you guys.